Oh, hi guys. It's Tamara with God's Little Acre. I'm living simple, one day at a time. I'm glad you could stop by today. Let's go look in the garden and see what's growing. Oh, and by the way, this is Molly. Come on, Molly, let's go. This is a blueberry bush. And I'm going to turn this around so you can see it. Came from Lowe's. It is the first time that I've planted fruit in my garden, so I hope that this bush does very well. It's right between Leo and Daniel. Daniel and Leo. This year, instead of box gardening, I chose to just plant cherry tomatoes here and here, right into the ground. And I've chosen to plant cucumbers there and right there. I'll have to do some weeding to that. Over here, we have cilantro, basil, and parsley. And we went to the farmer's market this morning and got grape tomatoes, which we've put here. This is something new that I had never seen before. It's called a lavender tree, and it's from Lowe's. And I absolutely love it. The roses that we planted around my mother's memorial are getting so tall that I don't know if the video can show you or not, but right about here is where they've gotten to. We have lemon balm from last year. Came back and is doing fabulous this year. And I just planted some catnip in the box that this actually is something I have trouble with. So suggestions are always welcome. But my cat has decided she wants to use this part as a litter box. So I'm trying to figure out how to get her to stop doing that. But as long as she only does it in this one box and she only does it right here, I think we'll be okay. This is lamb's ear, and it is from last year as well. These plants here that are growing in the pots, they go in a greenhouse in the winter. I planted mint And I've decided, and I have to weed these boxes, but I decided to plant mint in this box by itself, except for the blackberry bush, simply because the ground is so good, and the mint's going to grow really fast, and it takes over. So it takes over that entire box. So it's better to just plant a little bit and let it do its thing. And then one of the local farmers sold me one of her thornless blackberry bushes. So this is a blackberry bush that I got today, and I'm planting that, and she's going to help me make sure that grows. And I put it here because the hope is that we'll be able to let it grow up on the fence where all of this other stuff is growing that shouldn't be growing, and that I have to pull down. So far, that's what is entailed in the garden. We are going to plant kale and zucchini as well, but I need to get those plants. So these are rose bushes that we've planted, and these are bleeding hearts that my mother-in-law gave me the year my mother passed away. And every spring these come out, and they're just absolutely beautiful, and they just remind me of my mom. My heart breaks because she's gone. I got a great deal at Lowe's on these plants here, these purple plants here, and more lamb's ear, which I absolutely love. And each one of those plants was only $3.50 at Lowe's because they were on the clearance section. And it was just because they just needed a little TLC. They needed to be put in the ground and given a little TLC. And so that's why Lowe's marked them down. I don't know if you can see real well here, but kind of like right here, it's kind of turning brown. Here's some here. It's kind of turning brown. So they mark them down. I bring them home, and they are perennials. So they will come back every year, and they'll look beautiful. This is a plant that I planted like 2 years ago, and it has the most beautiful flower that comes out on it. I don't know what it's called though, but yeah, and it's turned into quite a bush. And last year it was just a little itty bitty thing. Now look at it. Just a little TLC makes all the difference. And then there's the tall rose bush here. Thank you for coming and visiting with me today in my garden. Isn't it beautiful? God is so good. He's so good, and He has given me such a beautiful place to be able to work with my hands and to plant and to see things grow. And it's just such a blessing. And I love my garden, and I love that you came and visited today. I hope you come back. I hope you stop back by. We've got more planting to do, and so we've got a lot going on. So come on back to the farm anytime. You're always welcome. Talk to you soon. Bye.